This is Revelations chapter 18. Starting verse 9. And the kings of the earth who have committed fornication have and lived deliciously with her shall bewail her and lament for her when they shall see the smoke of her burning, standing afar off for the fear of her torment, saying, Alas, alas, that great city Babylon, that mighty city, for in 1 hour is thy judgment come. Verse 11, And the merchants of the earth shall weep and mourn over her, for no man buyeth their merchandise any more. The merchandise of gold and silver and precious stones and of pearls and fine linen and of purple and silk and scarlet and all thine wood and all manner vessels of ivory and all manner vessels of most precious wood and of brass and of iron and of marble and cinnamon and odors and ointments and frankincense and wine and oil and fine flour and wheat and beasts and sheep and horses and chariots and slaves and souls of men. And the fruits that thy soul lusted after are departed from thee, and all things which were dainty and goodly are departed from thee, and thou shalt find them no more at all. The merchants of these things which were made rich by her shall stand afar off for the fear of her torment, weeping and wailing. I want to start off by giving all praise, honor, and glory. Call halal la Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shah Bahashem Arachak. That's my thumb. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who told me this truth. Peace and salutations to the Akim around the four corners of the earth, pushing the truth with faith and sincerity, risking their lives and the freedom to do so. Shalom to the Akwathini Akim out there listening and learning. Lord willing, to edify video. Shalom to the Israelite foreigners scattered abroad in the land of the other nations, looking like the other nations, but subscribing to this truth. To you I say shalom. This is the brother Yawasop out of the GMS Cleveland Church, fellow servant, coming at you with another lesson through the spirit and power of Yahweh Yahweh. And basically, through the spirit, I'm in the spirit, you know what I mean? Like, it's a lot of things going on, and it's all beautiful for the sincere man of the Lord. Lord willing, I'm one of those men, a sincere man. And, I've been having an issue with this phone for the whole time, I've been doing videos, First, my lot was I started off doing videos on the phone that didn't work. Then the Lord blessed me to give me a spot and, income and all that. So I ended up getting the phone, but I could never upload. I could always video, but I could never upload because it was an issue with the password. So, because I was always going to the library, able to, the Lord makes a way. So I was using the library. But being that they did this coronavirus shit, it's so funny too, because these two damn demons that I used to see when I was in the world, when I was homeless, they, they just walk up now and they got these fucking masks on their face looking like fucking complete idiots. But yeah, like I say, I was just listening to somebody speak on it. They were saying how like the virus is more, is smaller than the holes in the mask. So you look pretty stupid walking around with a fucking mask on. But anyhow, I was I could never upload because I didn't know the password. It was, it was just it was way more complicated than what I actually thought. It wasn't complicated at all. So today I decided I'm like, because I have videos stuck on there. I did with a couple other Akim in my camp. So I'm like, well, fuck that. Before since I can't use the library, this dude at this who sold me the phone at this phone shop, they about to unlock this bitch, or they about to show me the password. So I go in there, and it just they, and the crazy part is they was packing up. They about to, cause I'm seeing them writing out the sign saying that they was temporarily closed. I'm like, y'all closing? And like, I'm like, when? They like, today, shit. You know what I mean? So that was just all through the spirit. Um, so now I'm able to, do some videos, and I got a ton of articles. So, I still got my series, Lord willing, I'm gonna do, and then, I wanted to do this video on the corona. I mean, Salaki, yeah, on the corona, and what it's doing to the stock. That's why I started off with that scripture and Revelations, because at the end of the day, you got these merchants and these billionaires that's sick with it. Their stocks is plummeting in, record losses every day, day on day. And, men in the truth, what I mean? Like, we're rejoicing, what I mean? Because we understand for us to get our kingdom, these things must happen. I was talking to my mother, and, I tried to, follow scriptures and respect her, honor my mother. My father's no longer around. And, because she was trying to tell me about family members and whatnot. And my lot was I was homeless around family members. My mother doesn't live in this state. She's still trying to tell me about a family member. Nah, and I try to explain to her, like, I don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? Not trying to be cold-hearted. I mean, if it's the will of the Lord, I do know this much. He'll open that person's eyes to somebody else. You know what I mean? My thing is, like Yahweh Shah said, not comparing myself to Yahweh Shah, but I'm in that instance. I'm in that instance because he said, "Who is my father, my mother, and my brother?" He said, "My family is," roughly paraphrasing, but my father, my mother, my brother are those that do the will of the Lord. So, a 2/3 nigga that's in the world. I mean, I don't know what he could want, but this same guy left me for dead. Uh, you know, kind of scoffed at the truth and all that. So, if the Lord, like I said, the Lord can forgive anybody if you put the Spirit on me. But I don't see, you know what I mean, like, and that's how Jake is always, it takes some catastrophes and, when they get to worrying and nervous, then that's when they want to rekindle and check on family and all that shit. It's full of shit and phony. But Salakia, not to digress, the topic is on this Corona and the stocks. It says U.S. stocks in for another wild ride on Wall Street as coronavirus rages on. So this is dated March 19th, 2020. It says U.S. markets are swinging wildly on Thursday after plunging 30% from their peak. The failure by Western countries to contain the COVID-19 outbreak is bringing global businesses, and you see this, it said global businesses. So this is a domino effect. I was listening to the Silver Report, and they were in real time going into the different currencies that was corrupt. Like crashing. You know what I mean? Like they was talking about Japan's. Just so because you got to remember our currency is the petrodollar. So at the end of the day, of course, our dollar is going to affect everybody else's. You know what I mean? All right. It says to a halt and cause a panic among investors. The Dow Jones Industrial Average opened down over 3% before recovering earlier losses. The S&P 500 is also in positive territory after losing 3% at the start of trading. The Nasdaq Composite Tech Index started 1.5% lower, but is now up. Despite opening higher earlier in the day, markets in Europe are also slipping. The British FTSE and German DAX are down around 1% during late afternoon trading. The French CAC 40, which was up for most of the day, was also trading less than 0.5% lower. The drop came despite the pledge by the European Central Bank to help the region's economy through the COVID-19 crisis by introducing a 750 billion pounds, so that's 821 billion bond buying program, and all these different like all these different basically the Fed has all these different actions in place to try to stimulate the economy. Like I was talking to a goofy ass 2/3 today, and he set up there. I went into normally I don't. I mean, I told him about the truth. I gave him information to go look up. Like I gave him somebody's channel. You know what I mean? Sometimes I don't even tell him. I just give him, somebody's channel and let that be the way to speak. You know what I mean? Because you're going to hear the name. You're going to hear you, the Israelites. You're going to hear all that. But this stupid ass nigga made a statement talking about, what did he say? Too militant. You know what I mean? He dumbass nigga. But he'd be militant on his own people. You know what I mean? And basically, I wanted to how because I asked him, was he aware about the government stimulus check? He said he can't wait till they do that. It'd be great if he can get the stimulus and work. And I said, you do know what's going to happen with that? And he said, what you mean? I said, it's going to cause hyperinflation. So I guess he thought I was a nerd or big dummy because I brought up the hyperinflation. But I say, you got to remember, you about to have all these people try and rush into spend money in the economy, and then certain goods going to go up. You know what I mean? Like, it was somebody just speaking about certain stuff they was buying from the grocery store, and Lord and behold, they start raising the price of it, something that normally wasn't costing because people buying it up. You know what I mean? That's just the case of the matter. So, you know what I mean? Saying all that to say this, I mean, just the stupidity of people because, he said he wasn't really worried. He said, and I said, he said, my dad said you can't affect, or you can't, by worrying about certain things, you can't change the outcome of them. So what's the point? And I said, you're right, because like at the end of the day, we're peons to this man's system. So of course, our say so don't have anything to do with anything. But at the same time, best believe they decisions they make are going to affect you directly. So then he tried to come and recant. So my point being, but that's the point how people shake off not only information like that, but like with the Lord, you know what I mean? Like I'm sure he listened, but that's the thing. You once you hear the word, you're condemned. You know what I mean? Either for righteousness, you awaken to it for righteousness, or you condemn because you probably score. Now I can see him being a nigga. He got more faith in his gun. Then he wanted to how he went to the gun shop and they only let him get one box of ammunition. So he got more faith in that. And I just shook my head. I'm like, oh, they already started that, huh? Rationing the bullets. And I looked him in the face and I told him, you got people that already done stocked up on them. So while you trying to just, because you wasn't aware, you know what I mean? Like, I mean, I don't own a gun, and I've known about this day coming for years. You know what I mean? Yeah, I could have, trusted the carnal means, but at the same time, just because the Lord blessed me with the means to buy some kind of form of a weapon, but I mean, the Lord code, I could have put stock in that and, and pass out. You know what I mean? Before I even get to it, you know what I mean? That's just how cold the Lord is. I figure I'm gonna put all my stock in, trusting in the Lord, however you do this, you know what I mean? Anyhow, I mean to digress. It says stocks in Asia Pacific finished with losses, with Australia's stock market being the worst performer again and falling by nearly 4%. China's Shanghai Composite was down almost 1%, while Hong Kong's Hang Seng Index closed nearly 3% lower. Japan's Nikkei was also down more than 1%. The market jitters followed yet another bloodbath on Wall Street on Wednesday. The Dow lost more than 1,300 points to close below 20,000 for the first time since February 2017. The S&P 500 fell more than 5%. The U.S. stock market has been facing wild day-to-day swings amid the coronavirus turmoil, which has forced the U.S. Federal Reserve to announce several rounds of emergency measures to support the economy. And that's where you get in the they gonna, like I said, when I mentioned before about the government stimulus checks. Apostle Tahar went into it. He said, well, I seen that for myself too. I think I got an article about it. It was saying how they talking about doing two checks, one immediately, so by beginning of April, and then I guess one in May. And that's out of desperation, you know what I'm saying? But when they do this, you might as well cement, you know, the fact that this shit over with. It's over now, you know what I mean? Like, I was just telling my mother, you know what I mean? Like, at the end of the day, you've been around, my mother's in her 70s. You've seen pretty much all things that you could imagine to see. You know what I mean? Like, at the end of the day, you got to feel within your spirit something's about to happen. Even if it's not the major event we was expecting, your life in America is going to change dramatically. When the CDC said that they forewarned you. That's how these Edomites think. They feel like with I remember when they brought the casino to our city. Took years to get it here. Then when they got it here, you know, you could see the impact it had on people. I mean, I'm talking about. I remember I was working downtown right when they had just built it, and you would see people pass off their checks and run straight to that casino. You know what I mean? Guy used to have to bring our checks, but sometimes he'd be late or he hurry up and bring it down there and run off to that casino. And they thinking about just putting up a a number 1-800 gambling, or if the gambling hotline, if you got a problem, that's sufficient for destroying somebody's life. Esau is the devil. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, as you can see, like I say, this place is getting body rocked with you know what I mean, the traffic, well, not the traffic disease, but the ass whooping is taken in these stocks. You know what I mean? Like I said, they just said this is like the third day of this. And at the end of the day, like I said, you got a lot of millionaires and billionaires losing a lot of money, and that's who's fretting. You got these merchants that's fretting. They don't want to close shop. I just found out in my job, the government passed a regulation. I work in manufacturing, basically because of the size of the company. They have to do like daily testing um, on our temperatures, and everybody's with a temperature would have to be sent home. So, what I mean? Like this shit, is really, really deep. Um, so at the end of the day, I'm going to bring out a few different scriptures, and hopefully end this lesson. Um, at the end of the day, I'm going to jump into James 5, verse 3. I'm going to start at verse 1. James 5 and 1. Go to now, ye rich men, weep and howl for your miseries that shall come upon you. Verse 2. Your riches are corrupted, and your garments are moth-eaten. Verse 3. Your gold and silver is cankered, and the rust of them shall be a witness against you, and shall eat your flesh as it were fire. Ye have heaped treasures together for the last days. And at the end of the day, they heaped all this money together, but they losing all this money as well. You know what I mean? Like, and that's how I could see. I mean, I'm not for sure, and I don't want to bank on it, but I could see this being it. You know what I mean? Like I said, they not. You got billionaires that's gone on to hiding. They say Bill Gates has stepped down from Microsoft and it is nowhere to be found. You know what I mean? Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, you got the way that this stock market is, like, basically they saying like this is the worst losses ever. It's like 87. I mean, they using some numbers. You know what I mean? There's no bouncing back from this. You know what I mean? The only thing to do to try to recover anything will be to reset. You know what I mean? I got another scripture, because at the end of the day, and that's for a carnal person, because you got these people that's waiting for this government stimulus package. A nigga is his stimulus check, and then they letting people out of jail on top of it. So that's about to just cause confusion, because not only, if one thing that niggas do in jail is they listen to the news. So you got these motherfuckers that's getting out of jail, not just in my city, but pretty much all over the country, and then he's gonna release stimulus checks with these fucking criminals. Now, I ain't gonna say everybody, we know how fucked up this system is, but a lot of those people are 9 times out of 10 guilty. And then, Jake could go after another Jake to try and get his little $1,000 before he go stand up to Esau. So, yeah, it's not coincidence though he doing this. Like, he trying to population control. You know what I mean? And that, like I said, but at the end of the day, like, you got people banking and betting on this little stimulus check. But like I said, this shit ain't gonna save you. Like I said, this place is a done deal. This is Ezekiel 7:19. They shall cast their silver in the street, and their gold shall be removed. Their silver and their gold shall not be able to deliver them in the day of the wrath of the Lord. They shall not satisfy their souls, neither fill their bowels, because it is the stumbling block of their iniquity. Because at the end of the day, like I said, you're going to have people still trying to, you know, you got people right now. I was just at the job, they was talking about that they going to the supermarket again for the fourth time. You know what I mean? Like, I haven't been to the supermarket once. The way that the Lord did this, and, brothers offered me, opportunity to get some few things, but I'm looking at it like, it was just so crazy how he did it. And, I'm going to just trust in the Lord. The way my check came, I mean, Lord willing, I'm gonna have a couple dollars. I can buy a few little items, what I mean, some canned goods and shit like that. But for the most part, I'm trusting the Lord, and I think I'm on the right path, because I call myself trying to go. You can't use the library to charge your phone anymore. pass the time. I went to a park that I know that I used to could charge my phone. You had access to um, like the box where the outlets. They chain that shit up. It just so happened when I go up in there, it's a bag of food sitting up there. You know, rice, beans, canned goods. I was just like, wow, you know what I mean? So at the end of the day, the Lord put that thought in my head to go up there to try and charge the phone because me and the brothers were supposed to link up. Well, we did link up yesterday to do a video. We do like a study session or a video on a particular day. And I'm waiting to pass the time, and the Lord put that in my mind to go, you know, up to this park and wait. And Lord and behold, he had food waiting for me. So, I mean, I've seen a ton of miraculous things. I know it's a higher power, and I know He blesses me quite often. Call Allah Yahweh Shem Yahushua. I just pray that He helps guide me through that day of Jacob's trouble. That seems like it's right there. I mean, it seems like it's on the cusp right now. Lord willing, it is. Um, I got one more scripture because Salaki. What's that? The day of Jacob's trouble. I think it's Ezekiel 30. I mean Jeremiah. Jeremiah 32. I believe it is Jeremiah 32:7. Because what's coming, it'll be a day of wrath never seen before. This is the book of Jeremiah chapter 30, verse 7. At last, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it. So that's how horrific this day is going to be. You go into Amos 5 and 8, the day of the Lord, which is kind of a different day, but, I use it to emphasize the fact that how much is going to be going on and how dangerous it's going to be. The day of Jacob's trouble is going to be a day of wrath and darkness. You can go get multiple scriptures on that. I believe book of Jeremiah 25. That's really going into it's going into well, no, Jeremiah 25 and 31. A noise shall come even to the ends of the earth, for the Lord hath a controversy with the nations. He will plead with all flesh. He will give them that are wicked to the sword, saith the Lord. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, behold, evil shall go forth from nation to nation, and a great whirlwind shall be raised up from coast to coast. I mean, like I said, like that going into you know, the ICBMs and just the day of the Lord, but it also it is fitting for the Jacob's trouble because it's gonna be a lot of death that day, and like I said, you got people that's gonna be expecting the riches to save them, but I'm gonna end with this Proverbs 11 because it clearly tells you um, uh, this book of Proverbs 11:4, riches profit not in the day of wrath, but righteousness deliver from death. So at the end of the day, you got people that's banking on these stimulus checks and trying to hoard food and, what I mean, just thinking that, I literally heard a stupid ass two-thirds talking about some, yeah, I ain't gotta go out. You know what I mean? Like, not realizing that if the government wants you inside the house for a reason, he got you where he wants you at. You know what I mean? Like, you got to remember, like, and that's the crazy part about people and just not really recognizing or understanding the past. You know what I mean? Like, you've had multiple governments that got too big and, you know what I mean, start not giving a fuck about the people and more so became, that's what it, you know what I mean, like Rome, that, that beast, you know what I mean? And now we still living in a beast system. You know what I mean? But like I said, riches is not going to profit you in this day of wrath from Yahweh while Yahweh shot. But a righteous man that doing the will of Yahweh while Yahweh shot, that's walking in the law, that's doing his videos, that's going out on the highways and hedges, that's proclaiming his name and his word, that's a righteous man. And that can and will deliver from death. Bear with me for 1 second. This is the book of Psalms, chapter 34. I'm in the scripture. Slaki, I'm in the lesson on the scripture. Psalms 34 and 15. The eyes of the Lord are upon the righteous, and his ears are open unto their cry. The righteous cry, and the Lord heareth and delivereth them of all their troubles. So with that, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory. Call Allah, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh, Bahashem, Rachak, double honors to the apostles and elders of great millstone, taught me this truth. Peace and salutation to the occupant around the four corners of the earth, pushing the truth for faith and sincerity, risking the lives and the freedom to do so. Shalom to the Aqua, Thini, Akim out there listening and learning. Lord willing, this edifying video. Shalom to the Israelite foreigners scattered abroad in the land of the heathen, looking like the heathen, but subscribing to this truth. To you I say Shalom. And Lord willing, I'm able to come at you with another lesson soon. Shalom, shalom, and a Bible ball.